So I just did this weird comedy show. It was at a restaurant, which isn't unheard of, but it was supposed to be reserved for the comedy show, and only people that get in paid to get in to go see the comedians. Except the restaurant kind of screwed over the comedians by letting other people in who weren't there for the comedy show. So they sat there and they ate and they made noise, and it made it a lot harder for the comedians and for the people trying to watch the show. It was kind of a weird situation, but I did the best I could, and I got some laughs. I would have got more, I think, if the people were able to actually pay attention. But anyway, here it is.
Everybody give it up for it! Come on!
Thank you. Right on. How we doing, everybody? Excellent. Thank you all very much for coming. This is great. There's a lot of talking going on. My name's Mark Cazzetto. C-U-Z-Z-E-T-T. Excellent. Okay. We have any Americans in the crowd today? Yes. Thank you for coming. We love it when the Americans come here over the border. Give the hand to the Americans. Yes. I'm sorry that you had to leave your guns at the border. The thing I love about the United States is that just their politics is just so boring. Nothing interesting ever happens there. I'm not even sure if I can name their current president. It's never on the news or anything. Remember when George Bush was president? And we all said, there's no way anybody could possibly be worse? We were so young and naive. Well, there is one thing you can say about Donald Trump. He may be a sociopath who's going senile, but anyways, I've noticed that as Canadians, it's a lot harder for us to sound tough than our American counterparts. For example, like it just doesn't translate the same. Like an American might say to somebody, I'm gonna bury you 6 feet under. It just doesn't sound as cool for when we say, I'm gonna bury you 1.829 meters under. You know, an American might say, I'm gonna shoot you right between the eyes. Whereas Canadians, we end up having to say, I'm gonna shoot you right between the eyes, but first I have to apply for a gun permit. Then I have to take a gun safety training course. And then I have to wait 4 months for a background check. And then you have to come to my place because we're not allowed to conceal carry. And then when you get there, I need you to stand 2 meters back because we can't use handguns anymore, so I gotta use a shotgun. So see you at my place in 6 months. And then I'm gonna shoot you right between the eyes, and I'm gonna bury you 1.829 meters under. Sorry. See, Canadians just can't sound as tough as Americans because, and there's a good reason for that. Americans, down in the States, they have more than one mass shooting every single day. Americans love to shoot their guns down there. Americans want to shoot their guns more than Donald Trump wants to have sex with his own daughter. Americans want to shoot their guns more than they want a vacation at Epstein Island. See, whereas us Canadians, and this is true, we are so polite, we had to create a law that states saying you're sorry doesn't mean you're accepting blame for something. Right? So in other words, a Canadian can say, I'm sorry that my car hit your school bus without admitting fault. Whereas Americans, they're all down there, fuck you kindergartners, bam, 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 bam. A little dark. But I don't know, maybe I'm just getting pessimistic as I get older. One thing I have noticed is that the older I get, the more I lose touch with modern culture. In fact, this is how much I've lost touch with modern culture. I was scrolling through Facebook, and this headline came across my feed. I'm going to read it to you now. Okay, here we go. There's the sweet spot. Okay. Right about there. Okay, so this is the headline that came across my Facebook feed that let me know that I am losing touch with modern culture. Here we go.
Yeah, you are.
Megan Thee Stallion seeks proof that Tory Lanez leaked DNA evidence to DJ Academics. I have no idea what that means. My 10-year-old niece had to tell me that Dua Lipa is not a medical condition. You see, the thing is, I grew up in the 80s, and things were much different back then. Back in the 80s, my elementary school had a smoking section. And if you ran out of smokes, you could bum one off your teacher. One day, in grade 4, I showed up to show and tell with nunchucks. Not only did I not get in trouble, but my teacher was like, hey, let me give those a try. This 65-year-old grandmother spent the next couple of minutes whipping them around over her head. And then she had every other kid in the school had a go. One day, for Halloween, a kid showed up to school dressed as Hitler. He came in second in the costume contest. First prize went to 3 white guys. 2 of them were in blackface. And they were dressed as slaves. The 3rd guy held on to the chains around their neck and was dressed as a KKK. They got extra points for authenticity. See, back then, children could just roam around the city unsupervised. And nobody cared, right? When I was 10 years old, I'd get up in the morning, I'd go out, and I wouldn't come home until after dark, okay? And this is how much my dad cared that his 10-year-old son was spending the day roaming around Vancouver. He'd reach into his pocket, pull out 10 cents and say, here's a dime. Call me from a payphone if there's any problems. And that was it. Okay, so a payphone is one of these things we used to use before cell phones.
It's an old crowd.
Okay, so a dime is a thing we use as part of this currency we used to use called cash. Okay, we got a good older crowd here, so this is for the older people in the crowd. Here we go. Cha-ching. If you know, you know, right? If you don't know, ask your grandparents. But I'm older now. I've been with my wife for 21 years. Thank you. Thank you very much. We waited 10 years to get married after first having sex. Well, legally we had to wait till she turned 18. No, she's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Whereas I happened to her. See the difference? See, early on in our relationship, I had a lot more stamina than I do now. Now when we have sex, it's like a Nicolas Cage movie. Gone in 60 seconds. So my wife thought, hey, why don't we spice things up? We can bring another woman into our bed and it might be fun. Most guys would be like, yes, that is awesome. This is a dream come true. Whereas with me, I was like, do I really want 2 disappointed women? So, but one day, she brought over her BFF Kaylee. And the problem was, twice as many women meant that I lasted half as long. Now I was gone in 30 seconds, and they just kept on going without me. Okay, you know, like when you meet a woman at the bar, and she brings you back to her place, and you're getting it on, and you glance over, and you get creeped out because her dog is sitting there staring at you? Yeah, I was that dog. So, basically, I just got up and left. Neither my wife nor Kaylee noticed I was gone. By the time they came out of the bedroom, I'd fallen asleep on my lazy boy watching a World War II documentary. See, I'm Gen X, and you know what they say about Gen Xers is, oh, watch out for Gen Xers, they tough. They grew up before the internet. You know, they grew up on the streets, they know how to take care of themselves. But if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, go find a Gen Xer, because they'll take care of you. And, yeah, not this Gen Xer. If my wife and I were standing in the middle of the street and there was a horde of zombies coming towards us, my wife would be like, they're coming right at us. What should we do, Mark? 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 I love my wife very much and I would miss her dearly. So anyway, my point behind everything I've said today is this. Nicolas Cage is awesome. Anyway, so I brought a guitar with me, so I'm going to play a song, and then I will get out of here and let the other guys have a go. So just give me a sec.
Hello.
Including this guy. Okay. So here we go. Anyways, for those of you that can hear the guitar, here we go. You said you're a virgin when I met you at church. I was so honored to be your first. You said you are pure and to treat you gently. So why does it hurt when I pee? You said you have never done this before. But once we got started, you insisted I call you a whore. I don't know how you knew to do all those things to me. And now it really hurts when I pee. How did you know to play with my butthole if you've never been with a man? That thing that you tried to put a cramp in my side is illegal in Japan. You said you are tight, but much to my fright, a bowling pin could easily fit. When you shed your legs, it looks like the Bat Cave, or a well-used catcher's mitt. You said you're untouched, even though your vagina smells like old food left out behind a diner. I know many men have seen you, because I'm sure that you gave me gonorrhea. I'm so confused, you look well used, but you say you are brand new. That sore on your lip that continues to drip should have been my first clue. Now my crotch really itches and I'd give all my riches to learn what you did to me. And why does it hurt when I pee? Why does it hurt? Why does it hurt? Why do I have an incredible